Morning, Wally. PST Pistons? Really? It's 6:13 a.m. and here you are? Respect. Any morning zombies? Yeah, that's what I want to know. Any morning zombies? I'm probably a morning zombie right now. That's a mouse slip. You can tell we're a zombie. Hmm. Doesn't really make sense though. What? Mm, I don't know that I understand that one. May as well restart now. I'm blind here, and then C3. C3 and then 94. That's what it is. How excited am I about Freestyle Fridays? Yeah, you're talking about I was mentioning this yesterday. Well, right now, Petkov, I am wondering if it's going to be like Title Tuesday, right? Are they going to have the same streaming and participation requirements? Because if so, then I'm not excited at all. But it sounds like it'll be a little bit more lenient, at least starting out. So probably initially, yes. And then at the end of the day, I'm also, even if I could play Title Tuesday right now, it's been healthier for me gaining rating by not playing it. So I'm also interested in this freestyle thing because it's a different time control. Not different time control, different rating. Like it affects a different rating. So that's kind of a nice break from losing 100. Like I care much less about losing 300, 400 chess 960 elo. So, as with most things, I maintain optimism at the start. I think that's fair. Oops, I didn't mean to play this particular one again. I suppose we're loosely in a puzzles mood, although it's not my puzzles that are going to get the people excited today. Pranav will be competing in about 3 hours. And the format is, I think it's pretty exciting. It's the same one as last year, but it's just nonstop, nonstop action. Hopefully, it doesn't take him too long. Okay. Those just take time. Mm. Jeez. Damn. Didn't expect that move. Thought he was going to play King C1. Not a bad run, but no time at the end. Nice one, AB. I'm going to save that for another listen. All hail the freeze. That's right. Buddy Pranav, aka the freeze, is coming for people tomorrow. Hopefully today he qualifies. So it's like, let's say there could be 1,000 people signed up, but the very first round today, people compete for 30 minutes, and the top 20 high scores from people count. So let's say there's 1,000 people. People are going to be posting, 60s, 50s, whatever. Let's say the lowest score in the top 20 is like a 50, or let's just say a 50. Everyone who can't score a 50, it just gets immediately eliminated. So even if there's 1,000 people, immediately round one, there's only 20 left. It's the top 20 scores, top 20 high scores. So you could do a bunch of trash runs, doesn't matter. It's all about getting one high score. Then, once there's 20 people, from that point on, people just get, like, the top people in the next round qualify to tomorrow's knockout, and then the bottom, 3 get eliminated. And then all of a sudden, if 2 qualify and 3 get eliminated, 20 shrinks to 15. If 2 qualify, 3 get eliminated, 15 shrinks to 10. And then it just goes so on and so on and so on until there's nobody left. And then at that point, you'll have 8 people that have qualified to tomorrow's knockout. And those 8 people will then do 1v1 double elimination matches and see who emerges the winner. But you can only play tomorrow if you qualify today. And I would say in general, you probably need, not only do you need a high 50 score to qualify today, I think, but you need to get it at the right time. You need to get it when other people are not getting their high scores. If you're posting a high 50 and everyone's posting a 60, then that's going to be tough. But I don't think there's that many people that can post 60s reliably. But naturally, there should be more than last year. So even though Buddy Pranav qualified to tomorrow's format last year, it's not a guarantee that he's going to do it this year. So anyway, in 2.5 hours, he's going to join the stream again with Cam, with screen share, just like he did when we did the freeze a couple days ago. And we're just going to follow along. I don't know how many there are at them, but I imagine there's actually a very decent parallel to GeoGuessr in that sense. I mean, there's only so many places without them looking extremely similar that you could put yourself on Google Maps, right? I mean, it's a lot. It's a very high number, but there's technically a finite number. Kind of the same with tactics. But still, when I do Puzzle Rush runs, I notice like maybe one out of a 47. Like out of this 47, maybe some are repeats at the beginning, but I hardly notice because they're very easy. And then later, those are the ones where it matters. If you get a repeat later, then it can really shift things. But I don't really notice that there's really more than one ever in a single run that I feel is a repeat. So for the most part, I feel it's okay. But I know these top guys definitely see repeats all the time. So it's just that you don't usually have like 10 repeats in one run. Maybe you'll have one. So as always, playing a lot, high volume will matter. Because you'll have seen more you'll have seen more of them, and of course better chance to see repeats. And yeah, that's definitely a good point, Liam. Right around this time when they do the competition, they add new puzzles so that it's as fresh as possible, which only makes sense. But hey, thank you, Pierre. Thank you kindly. 20 gifted subs. Now hang on, Pierre. Are those habit subs? Pierre Abelard, thank you. Today's the last day of the job you were in. Habit subs. Well, Pierre, let me add him to the registry here. Let me add him up. There we go. Thank you, Pierre. Got to keep that counter going in the upwards direction. No, it's much more fun to watch Buddy. Because if I participate in it, AB, I'll just get knocked out round one. It's just not interesting. Or even if I don't get knocked out round one, like nobody has ever qualified to the knockout without posting a high 50. Like I'm posting a 51 at best. At best. But we do, that's the point. We do have a bra in there. Do. It's amazing because Buddy he's on a freaking touchpad. And he was impressing. the hell's happening here? The pace is very slow right now. Like, we taking? Is this really it? What? Such a strange one. Makes no sense to me, honestly. Just queen g5. Such a slow run. Hello, pandas. We're pouring coffee in the system. AntiQ, thanks for the 20 months. Welcome back. Was ist das? Cheers. Welcome back for 46. Thanks for using Prime, Ant. Yeah, the Habits reboot is coming, Pierre. If we hit that 1,000. The only dangerous thing is there's an active user who's against Habits. And he's donating for it to stop, for it to not happen. Well, then I hope Buddy Pranav can perform for you, AB. Are you going to make it a couple more hours? I don't know if you're going to make it, brah. Well, the event starts at noon, so probably much closer to then. Cheers for the 23rd Prime, Michael. Coffee time, literally. Cheers. We need a rapid game. That's what we need. That's the energy I have. Oof. Great first game there. Ooh, that's couldn't be a worse start against G4, I think, than playing the particular line that we did. But I think we're okay now. That move is scary. No way this should work. That doesn't mean that it won't work. There's no way that it should. The way I see it, I'm just not trying to mess around. If I have more time and I just play faster, we should be good. But if I try to checkmate, there's always a chance, always, that we could mess things up and stalemate. Probably get the knight to b5, looks good. Ooh, rook a7 I don't like at all. I think we'll just triple up here. I think bishop c4 and queen takes f7. Good morning to Mannered Monkey. Are you here for the puzzles, MM? I know you're a puzzle enjoyer, but does that extend to supporting Buddy Pranav in the very quick Puzzle Rush format? It is too fast. But MM, do you remember the format that they used for this event last time? I thought it was fairly engaging, considering most of the time you're doing puzzles and it's a blur. Like chess.com was asking me to commentate the event, and I'm like, I love to do commentary, but what am I commentating? Like, oh, it did that. Yeah, oh, yeah. Wait, can barely talk about the puzzles before they're over. I mean, great's relative. We'll be fine. I think I could be very good at Puzzle Rush, but it's just whether you want to invest in it, right? It just doesn't seem very high yield. But it's the type of thing that you get better and better at the more you do it. So I think if I sat here and I did puzzles only for like a month, I would obviously improve my high score and probably become much better at it. Like, it's definitely something you can learn as long as you have a decent understanding of the themes being used. And okay, obviously, I'm a good enough player to know every theme that's being discussed in these puzzles. Then it's just patterns. So yeah, I could sit here, lock in, and just like spam it, and I would get much better at it, but not very high yield. But pretty much anything like this that I like set my mind to really grind, I become quite good at. So it's possible, but yeah, the way I'm at right now, I just score like I can score a 50 or something. Previously, that wasn't even the case, so that's pretty much as high as I go now. But getting a 50 is nice. It's like you're clearly, very good at them, but nothing crazy, nothing sweaty at all. You're right, but it is very cool. Like, for example, the freeze segment with Buddy Pranav. I thought that was entertaining. I enjoyed that format. We definitely will, Cluxton, but it has nothing to do with that series and more to do with just releasing YouTube in general. You've probably seen there's been a lull in the uploads. So we just need to wrangle some editors together. I'm probably better than Buddy Pranav, AB Shakespeare, just not at chess and not at puzzles. Maybe I'm better than him at GeoGuessr. Maybe I can claim that one. You're not wrong. Hello, Anaconda. Any rapid games for us? Looks like no. That's right, man. That's right. Okay, that's how I know AB is on the bottle. I'm better than Buddy Pranav at chess. Okay, AB. Yeah, let's get you to bed. but KNVB, look at your head-to-head score with Buddy Pranav. You have to be better. You have a much better lifetime score. That's right, Petkov. And you know what? I don't mind it. I don't mind a little ego boost now and then. That's correct, Pandas. And back when I had a even score against Magnus, we were on even footing, him and I. 2 equals. Lol Koopa. Welcome. Thanks for the prime. Drew, playing OTB this weekend since Felix got canceled at USAID. Yes, I recall. That's right, me too. Two guys on equal footing. What kind of tournament is it, Malone? It's not a team event, is it? You're not getting canceled again? Never, Matic. Never. You don't like team events? Man, team events are very fun. But as long as you're putting together the team. I agree they're not the most fun when maybe you just get like put on a team or something, but the Olympiad, European Team Championship, World Rapid Teams, um, I think those are all very fun events. Pro Chess League, yeah, of course, I forgot about that one. Just regular individual 90-30, and it's your first OTB event. Do you have a rating though at all from maybe your last event, Malone? Or are you coming in like unrated, ready to do some damage? Hmm. We're gonna see C4 here, guaranteed. Question is whether we have time to escape. Oh, that was again not great. Okay, we can take here. He takes on E6. Okay, I think he forgot about that. He forgot about Dre. Yeah, I may as well give it a try. It's gonna lose anyway. We long castled into a huge attack. Very lucky to survive there. Hey, how do you know that, Zudi? Are you assuming my bra wearing status? Get out of here, bigot. Maybe A5 was a mistake by me. I don't know. I didn't know what else to do. It was being attacked. Otherwise, I'd have to play B5, right? I like this one even less. Are we going for 3K Blitz? Always. Pandas, I'm actually going for it right now. I've been reporting every single account for cheating in my match history, and we're making a big push for 3K. So, we'll wait and see. What's up, Gwen? That's the way to do it, boys. When you're on a all-time high, just report everyone. Oh, 1100 USCF. Okay, Malone. Only 23 games. I feel like you're in a good spot though, Malone. I don't know what your online ratings are like, but I don't think you're going to go in with your head too far in the clouds. A lot of people do when they play OTB, especially coming from online. So, as I always say, just don't set the expectations that high. It's important. Well, how could she not, MM? Chess broads do not stand for this. That is not a representation of the channel. I love that. You'll be fine then, Drew. You'll be fine. Enjoy. Send me some of the games afterwards. We can look at them on stream. Maybe either one of your worst ones or one of your best ones. That's what I'm saying. Thought you're gonna smoke some bozos at your first OTB, went 0 for 4 to start off. Okay, sounds like you clutched it in the end, which is good. A couple wins, but this is what I mean. You come from online chess, you feel like, oh man, I'm such a crusher here, and it's just not the same. So many people are like 2100 online. They go OTB like just expecting to crush the 2100 section. Oh my goodness. You are not 2100 FIDE. You are far from it. Can you imagine Salty Clown? Salty is currently 21-14. If Salty played OTB, I would be, I'd be excited for the guy if he scored over 50% in the under 1500 section. I think that, that would be a good tournament. Is that right, Wally? How'd it go? I'm not sure I knew that. But Salty's a killer online. Like, I was looking at his match history. Like, he beat an IM. Like, obviously an IM is 2160, but still. Beat an IM in Blitz. And he was, like, very close to 2200. It's crazy. Facts, Roch. That's why you got to stand up when you're playing OTB and look top down to mimic the online experience. You got up to 1700 rapid on chess.com, went OTB, found yourself 950 US. Yeah, that's how it is. That is exactly how it is. $1,700 rapid is even less meaningful than 1700 blitz, I would say. What's Omid in OTB? Well, Omid is a national master and not a FIDE master. FIDE would be 2300. So, Omizi is under that, but he's usually somewhere between 2150 to 2250, I would say, somewhere in there. But Omid he's a real OTB player. Like, Omid didn't start in online chess and then like start playing OTB, right? Omid he's a OTB first kind of guy. So it's very unsurprising that Omid is quite capable over the board, because it's not like he started with online chess and then decided to play OTB. That's the transition that I'm referring to. When you pretty much haven't played OTB and you start online, the expectations are skewed. But if you're a good over-the-board player and then you just start playing online, that's fine. Oh, Alex Diff, welcome in. You're here for the regular check-in on Mr. Hansen. When is Eric going to stream? That's true. It has been, what, 4? Would you say? I don't know. I wasn't here for it. What would you guys say? 4 hours since Eric's been live? It really has been a while. Someone should really put that guy to work. Jeez, a whole 4 hours? What does this guy think he's allowed to do? Sleep? I think that's pretty standard, Anaconda. Sounds normal to me. Eric's last stream was with Yasser, you believe? I do not believe. Maybe that's the last one you were here for. Really? Eric's quite good at those pronunciations. Vasistas. Especially the German stuff. I mean, Eric's listening to number one most played song was Kraft und Licht. Kraft und Licht. Maybe he's just never paid attention to that one when he's shouting it out. Are you the only one with OTB much higher than online? I think so, Skinner. I think so. That should not be the case for almost anyone. How hot? MC, don't play around. It's snowing right now. Don't play around. It's freezing, man. Yeah, we've done that before, man. There's been times where the stream's been on both. What's your OTB, Skinner? Because I'm pretty sure you are, what, like 1250 or something online? Something like that. You've played some marbles matches recently. You're the data scientist Willie, I think. 1600 USCF? Yeah, like, I'm pretty sure you're somewhere around 1200 online or 1300. And if you think about other people online who are 1300, they are like unrated or like never played chess before. Like these, they're like 1200 from building habits. And you're 1600 USCF, you should be absolutely mopping the floor with these people. You should be a clear cut above at 1600 USCF. So yes, if you're 1600 USCF, being 1300 online is shocking to me. Definitely feels like with a wake up call, you have a lot of rating to gain, or at least space to gain it. Maybe G6. Yeah, queen takes is a fake threat. Whoa. Good morning there, Mattis. Bright and early. I think we may want to play g4 here. Try to open things up a little. I want to say takes, but somehow it's not not quite working. Okay, this line was a little bit annoying. And knight d5 we always just take, so feels like we're probably okay here. He wants to play bishop h3. Understandable. No, we don't need to go there anymore. We just go here to keep everything defended. Actually, this one. He does not have a check. I think we make a draw here. Smart decision. Interesting. He's just repeating this. I didn't think that this was great. Yeah, knight f6 we can take. So he will be planning knight f6 now. Maybe we could take there. Okay. I don't know if this works, but we're going to play it. Ooh, maybe knight there was the play. Allowing that, very unnecessary. Jeez. Having to fight tooth and nail. Okay, so what? We're not getting good positions against that, so let's play this instead. Okay. Already the position looks a little bit better. Try to take, play knight b6. Interesting decision there. We have knight e4 coming. I'd like to say that this should be mate, but I don't really see it, so we'll just take the material. Ooh, what a tactic. This makes a bit more sense from him. He's a Stonewall faithful. Okay, I'm not sure why he's taking so much time here. Something's off. Something is off. Probably was distracted IRL that game or something. Can we save this? Looks like no. Oh my god. Blind. I was only looking at... I mean, obviously we saw it, but we just forgot about it later. Feels like a typical... typical mistake. Yes, another big draw save. But it feels like every game is a save for a draw. Have we had any unique games? I've been repeating the same tactic. Barely making a draw. We do want to play this, but I think it's a little bit too soon there. Very risky move, but does seem good. His king is weaker than mine. Okay, well, that was a little bit uneventful. What a professional match here. You know, we're just drawing some games, winning the rest. We need to be doing stuff like this. Damn. Okay, he switched it up. No F5. Is that a moral victory for us? I feel like it should be. Put the knight on d4. I mean, this looks awful. Knight on d4 is mega strong. I think we can just do this. This should win because it'll be very tough for him to avoid trading every piece here. Reroute the knight to e3. I have an extra piece, so it'll be quite easy to make threats that he is not able to answer. thought about it. I thought about it. Yeah, this is probably the best version of this position that he's attempted. Hmm. Nice little tic tac. Felt like we needed that one. Hmm. Oh, my bad. I thought I had knight g3 there, but I do not. I'm not sure that we've lost the game yet. It's just been a ton of. It's back to F5. It's just been a ton of weird draws. Oops. Forgot H4 was there. Okay, we have pawns on dark squares, so I think we're not without hope here. I mean, this guy's extremely boring. Have to go for a win there. We have a bad position, but you can just tell he's the type to go make that draw. Have to be a little wary of some rook takes f6. Here, there's queen f6. Although maybe it's still good. Ah, damn. Well, eventually we lost the game. Took quite a while. Yeah, it really was 3 draws. Don't think we should have lost. I needed to kick into a speedier gear, but somehow here would be the moment to look. It's a big skill. Knowing the exact moment to check the clock. Because sometimes you just don't look. You never pay attention. You have a general sense like, oh, I'm playing faster or I'm playing slower. But sometimes in the complicated positions, you just don't, you lose your sense and you don't really understand that you're actually playing way slower. So as long as I could check the clock, like maybe here, and I see like 10 to 12, then even at the cost of losing a piece, just keep it moving. But the first time I checked the clock was like kind of around here, and we were already in trouble. But yeah, he played really fast. Rook g5, rook g4, and then like e5 to stop king f6. He played a lot of moves that just caught our moves, unfortunately. It happens. I'm really looking for a rapid game, but they don't exist. Yep, I definitely do, man. I can't imagine playing without it. I mean, it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it would be a significant decrease in performance. Not that, Paul. Thanks for the 23 months. And Brazilian Monk, thanks for gifting a sub, buddy. Add sounds for the last 5 seconds. No, that sounds horrible. Oh, this does not look. This does not look like it. We don't need performance enhancers. I just need to check the clock. You don't need to read into it that much. Oh, he's having troubles with the clock. Maybe we need to change the whole format. Maybe we just delete the clock. For the last 5 seconds, whoever has the better position is awarded the win. That way, we don't have that problem. It'll be 55-second chess instead. Honestly, this is just as bad. 23-35 gives me the same rating, +2, as my last opponent, and he's higher rated. Dude, what the fuck are these ratings? Here we go. Come on, like, dude, we have the same rating. How are you gonna not want to play? I'm out here like getting 2,400 pairings, but why do I end up playing these low rated guys? Because these guys don't want to play. And it's not like I'm bad value at 3,000. I think it's a fine match. I do have a very good record against him, so. Oh, this guy's name is Pranav as well. We got all the buddy Pranavs running scared. I mean, this is crazy. I'm trying to play for the people here. There's nothing I can do when all the guys who are 3,000 are just aborting. And then everyone else is ready to play. All the 2,400s. Great. Fantastic. Awesome. Hello, Sonic. Are you ready for the freeze, JK? The freeze is coming. It's what, 10:30? Maybe an hour and change. The freeze is making an appearance soon. Are you their spokesperson, Apetkov? Oh, I can be picky about the opponents, sure. Here we go. At least it's +3 instead of +2. It's still not great, though. This is pared down quite a bit. But if I sit here and I'm picky about who I play and I set the rating ranges appropriately, we're just going to sit here and nothing's going to happen. So I'm forced to play against significantly weaker opposition at terrible odds because we got to keep things moving. I got to get some chess, The plebs are up in arms. So that's why it ends up happening. Obviously, I could be pickier with the ratings, but mostly I'm complaining because I kind of have to play a game eventually, and whenever I get 3,000, they're just like not interested. So there's only a couple other rating categories left. Yep, like little Checky. See? Already clamoring, starting a pleb revolt. Learning the London right now? Hey, that's right. Exclamation mark course, Ramirez. Sometimes if I'm lazy, I will play queen takes b6, but it is definitely not advised. The plan was bishop f5, so in this particular line, I do play e4. Okay, we're already winning a pawn here. That looks pretty reliable. Okay, there's definitely some tricky moves, but I kind of like queen b3 because I think it forces a queen exchange. Gets out of this. Two very decent recaptures. We're up a pawn here. We have the bishop pair. I mean, this is like a dream come true type of start. I feel like I'm not that interested in bishop takes because knight a5 is always available. So I might be taking this with the pawn actually. I assume we'll see a6. If not now, then later. Especially because d5 is kind of a threat. So I wonder if bishop g7, do we just play d5? The knight has to move there, and then we grab this pawn. That looks pretty good. So maybe he needs to play that, and then we can just, yeah, knight f3, castle. Definitely looks good. Absolutely not sub him. Absolutely not. But yeah, this opening definitely could not have gone better. We got the queens off the board after winning a pawn, and we got the bishop pair. It's like dreams are made of this. Dreams are made of this. Obviously, we don't quite want to go b4 because there'll be some sacrifices. My opponent's being a strange individual, offering me some draws every single move. Okay. Knight g5, e6. We can also consider taking it, but no need to imbalance the position when you're ahead, in my opinion. I was thinking for a sec, maybe pawn takes an e6, but no. Keep it simple. Bishop takes, e6. That'll probably happen. Now we probably need to move like g3 or move this bishop so that I can play b4, b5. Let's get an escape square. 75 months, Irish chesticles. Thank you, buddy. Welcome back. We can keep the bishops, but also trading at this point makes quite a bit of sense. I think we may well do that. And I'll just bring this bishop back so that we can play b4 and also bishop g2. This looks correct. Okay, we want moves like, you know, king to the middle, maybe h4. b4, rook c5, but for now, I don't really want to deal with knight c4, so I'm holding off. If knight d5 ever, we're definitely going to take it. I think I like my chances in that rook endgame with an extra pawn here. At some point, we do want to play a move like rook c5. Oh, now is an interesting time. Because taking looks like it would be good for us. We want more imbalances. If I'm up a pawn, I'd rather have more imbalances than less. So 4-on-2 looks quite nice. So yeah, I actually like this quite a bit. We get a bunch of double pawns, but I think it's smart. He goes here. I think bishop takes b7 came to mind, but he takes on b3 at the end, so probably not ideal. Instead, I think we'll just get a trade in. It's the best we can do here. Question is, though, do we need to do that right away? And I think the answer is no. So maybe we will play b4, knight d6, king d3. We'll have to trade eventually, but maybe we can prolong it a little bit. Because now we're threatening this, but obviously he's going to play knight d6. That's like a automatic move here. King d3. Maybe rook a1 as well. That extra pawn is doing work here. Okay. Still, I'm happy to leave things as they are. So if we take on c7, rook takes, we can go c4, but got to be really careful pushing the pawns like that. Got to make sure that we're ready to do that kind of push. It looks honestly like we're pretty close to being ready to do that. But it's probably wiser to just kind of make a whatever move and just wait for a sec. Bishop f3, I don't have a particular threat, but maybe that's an idea. Who knows? Yeah, he's just going to shuffle. That makes sense. Because at some point, we're going to need to make some progress here. Let's go here and just see how he responds. Maybe we'll take and put the other rook here. Because that, I mean, rook's off the board. This is definitely a good looking position, especially with the bishop aimed there. Okay, so obviously this is going to be a capture. I think we'll bring the rook out. That one I think we'll take. Okay, kind of have to go there. And then I think we get these pawns going. Also, rook a7. Oh, okay, well, that's a fascinating move in a rapid game. Surprised he didn't offer a draw. Mouse slip? No, definitely not. Rook b7 is very intentional. Yeah, I think this is just losing now because after this we have b4. So the game is just over. The only way to save the pawn, because that doesn't work, is a4. But after c4, I mean, the pawns are going, supported by the bishop. It's just over. It's just over. Quite a disaster of an opening for black. Playing against London and being down a full pawn and the bishop pair by move 10 is crazy. Queen b3, and it's just over here. It's almost +3. It's like I'm up a piece already. The Cooler. Thanks for the 27 months with Prime. Welcome back, buddy. Do I like Pete Tong's Ibiza Classics? Yeah, Pete Tong. Nice OG name for sure. And pretty much anything to do with Ibiza is usually well made. But I have to say, the first set I think I ever listened to was Pan Pot Boat Party. Yep. Here it is. Yes, the first set, ages ago. This is the first one I remember. Pan Pot Cirque de la Nuit Boat Party. And they made another one where they like, is it this one? Berlin City Ride? I think it is. But yeah, they basically like went through the city in a boat. Oh no, this is in the car. Okay, they did one in the car and one in a boat. But no, I'm talking about the original. This is 11 years ago, but it's only got 2.4K views. Let's see. Absolutely, Cluxton. Always looking to improve, brah. Cadmium. Interesting. Interesting username. Candymonium cadmium. Wow. A pleasure to have you here, brah. I'm afraid to win another game for fear that I might earn that candy. Saw Pan Pot live. I've also seen them live. Very, I'm a big Pan Pot guy. I like the lads a lot. and a soft spot because they work as a duo, much like chest bra. I would definitely be pan because we all know Eric's pot. Not me. No, I'm not. I'm not pot. What is my screen size? You better lower your motherfucking tone when you talking to me. I have been to Germany many times. We did a European tour where we met fans and stopped over in Germany, in Berlin. So I've definitely been there quite recently as well. Favorite Carol line? Carol Khan's not terribly inspiring. I play it in Bullet and sometimes in Blitz by accident if I'm pre-moving, but you mean for white? You mean for black? I don't know. As white, I like to play the two knights, or I like to play our invented opening of knight c3 f4. That has some success. Thanks for the 17 with Prime PowerNet. 46 from Wooly. 2 more for the 4 years. Good morning, Smokeahantis. Yeah, I'm really not sure, Nerlin, but for playing chess, you don't want it the screen size too big, right? Because you'll have to drag the mouse further. So it's objectively worse to have a larger screen. You want it to be large enough that you can see what's going on, but I don't think you actually want a very large screen size. That's why, like, sometimes you'll see Wesley So. Have you seen that? He plays those like online Magnus Tour events, whatever, and he plays it with his like laptop on a chair, and he's like hunched up next to it. I can't say that's the preferred playing position, but goes to show people definitely use their small screens to their advantage. It's a shame. This is a good set, but you can kind of feel the sound quality. It's just like not quite there. Obviously, Panpot has so many good sets that there's really no incentive to listen to old ones for anything other than nostalgia. But like, yeah, here we go. This is, I'm not sure this is necessarily an amazing set, but what a cool life, right? These dudes just chilling in a boat, sailing around Berlin. What a life. Oh, we did get a move. Probably used to be a Petkov, but yeah, they definitely call it rapid now. So that's why I play it. Neighbors must be happy. Well, it doesn't make a sound, right? I wonder if, well, yeah, they're playing it into headphones, right? You don't have to have the sound playing out. I'm sure that they are, by the way, because they're just in the water. So I bet they are, and just like not at a super high volume, but it doesn't have to. because they're probably just recording it to put it on YouTube. Like right now, right? Is the music that you're hearing absolutely thumping at high volume right now in my condo? Of course not. It's in my headphones. You see how that's possible? Take here, bishop e4. If rook takes, maybe bishop g6. Hey, 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 get him from behind. And if bishop takes here, then maybe we have a queen h4 move coming. I'm going to take it. I'm a filthy rascal. He he he. And I just want to go win the rook now. He he he. Now, we may indeed be in some trouble here, but we'll take it in stride. I'm hoping to trap that rook. We'll see if I'm successful. Way too early, man. Way too early. Bare minimum, he's going to get an exchange here. Never resign down the exchange. Okay, there we go. E4. Okay, so we can definitely take E4. Let's not forget about that. And you know what's interesting is he might think that knight takes fails to rook takes. So the question is he right about that? Because if we can play knight takes, we're very happy. Unfortunately, I think he's probably correct just because knight takes, pawn takes. Yeah, we're not really going to do anything. So I can win the rook. I think that's clear. If I play king f8, though, he's got this. Obviously, that's a problem. So I think the bishop f8 move is going to win material, but he's probably going to take. He's going to push. He's going to try to play bishop e4. So we can see his next couple moves. I could also play knight h5. That might be one of the more interesting moves because it gets out of e5 as well. And it looks like it does win this rook. So I'm actually kind of looking at knight h5 as a very interesting idea. Especially because once he plays this move, it feels like I'm almost going there anyway. So here takes. And then just try to get that queen out, maybe. I feel like that might be the best. Because I mean, bishop f8. Why undevelop the piece? I think I like this. Because if bishop h6, then I could go bishop f8, or I could take, to be honest. But yeah. It's so uncomfortable for him because he has to fix my pawns as well, which I'm very happy about. And for the moment, we still have my dark square bishop. So even though my pawns are kind of all on light squares here, dark squares look weak, I still have this. Now, it's possible that I end up trading it, so that won't be forever, but for the moment, I can still dream of, just bringing the bishop back and keeping it nice and safe. This looks correct. And the queen on d8 looks like It's about to venture out to h4. However, there's undeniably going to be counterplay here. It's just the nature of the position. Like white's going to move the bishop, move the queen, long castle. And because white's behind here, obviously you're ready to play with, no regrets. Just chuck pieces forward. Very big center here for white. So yeah, this is what I mean. I'm not sold that this is completely fine for us or something. Okay, I am looking at queen h4. That looks like a nice way to begin. Taking here and giving check does look appealing. Also, it does stop bishop e4 for the moment. I suspect one of his next moves may be a3. So yeah, I'm actually very interested in queen h4, I think, and I am going to do it. I think this is a nice square for that piece. We also most likely want to play knight c6. For now, though, the bishop's pinning the knight on c3, so it's fine. If something like queen here, I'll probably play knight c6 first. And yeah, I do think we're threatening to take. That's not nothing, because queen h1 check, we'll trade the queens. If I trade the queens here, obviously I'm feeling a little bit better, right? If I'm up the exchange, that's one thing. Up the exchange with the queens off is almost always a much stronger version. So he plays what I would say is the most natural move. Now, here's the thing. If I take here, I think he's going to play bishop there, which comes with a threat, but also remarkably covers everything down there. Like there's no checks I can give. Bishop e4 is not the end of the world. I can still play knight c6, but still feels like a really good square for him. This is looking like he's going to play this next. What are we really doing here? Because once he plays queen d2, he's castling. And then suddenly my queen on h4 maybe doesn't feel so brilliant. Knight g7 to f5 looks like a nice reroute if we can make use of it. But that'll be tough to do. Queen takes h2, bishop e4. I don't know if I'm here for that. I don't think I like that. If we start with this, queen there, knight g7, bishop g5. I almost want to go knight g7 to f5 right now. That's tough. I got to make a move. Queen here, maybe I'll play knight g7 then. Bishop g5, knight takes d4 perhaps. Perhaps. It still may not work, actually. But yeah, we're dealing with the bishops. We're dealing with a lot of pawns in the center. Okay, here it's got to be pawn takes. I think I'm much happier seeing the queen go this way, though. That move is less bothersome. Obviously, he's castling, so that's kind of a concern. But in general, I don't mind it as much, I think. Okay. I think we're taking, because if knight takes, there's still maybe knight takes d4 or knight f4, so we can still force him to take with the pawn. d5 seems to always have an answer at the moment, so we're not the most scared. And if he takes with the pawn, there's no more bishop e4, and then maybe I can reroute my knight. So I think we're going to take, and then probably knight g7. Because I mean, we can take here, but he's just going to castle. I feel like my I can always run this way with the king. Like if things get real scary, I feel like I can bolt. Knight to f6 is a real problem, but I'm hoping that we can deal with it. Knight f5 I think is quite a significant threat here. Because if I get him to take, I eliminate that bishop pair a little bit. I can recover. And if he lets me take here, I'm also eliminating the bishop pair. So even though he's going to have a mega center, I still think that's the way to go. So yeah, this queen here, I'm not sure it's doing the most. Also d5, I could even just take it. The queen works crossboard here. But it's still not the most enjoyable position to play. Okay, he's doing the move I definitely expected. But knight e4 is not possible, so I guess we go here. Knight e4 we can take, and it's pinned. I mean, we don't care about this check that much. We can always run away. I care about it, but it's not worth a piece, for example. So yeah, he's probably going to castle here. Or king d2 or something, I don't know. Castles, takes, queen takes, knight e4. Problem. Big problem. Okay, knight's coming to e4. The only way to stop it is to take, but obviously that leaves both of his bishops and fixes his pawn structure, so it's so undesirable. I think we actually want to play queen g5. So I'll definitely get rid of this piece. Goddamn annoying. And maybe queen g5. We're going to have to put up with a nasty knight e4 at some point. My king does not feel safe over here. Maybe he'll defend this, but I feel like getting my rook down first means that when he does this, I could play here, and then maybe I make some meaningful threats. And yes, he'll check me, but hopefully we can just kind of ignore it, run away, something. I don't know, king d8 even. But I'm sort of playing without a couple pieces here, so I'm not sure how long I can keep the charade up that this queen and rook are better than like his literal entire army. But yeah, I can't stop that from happening. Okay, this is what we like to see. The knight retreating. I think this is a positive sign for us. Happy with that in general. Bishop e4 may indeed be the plan. But I think for now, let's voluntarily run our king. Because like here and losing a pawn here, I don't think we care about that if our king gets to some relative safety. I definitely don't like castling that way, so I think it has to be this. Let's go here. Okay, he does take. Makes sense. Not sure what we want to do with that. Maybe just here for now. Because it does feel like if he takes here, maybe that's nice for us. Yeah, of course, he's not interested in that. Okay, the knight's maybe returning there. Not yet. Should we do this? Feels like this knight's still tied down. Okay, we can trade the queens here. That's fairly tempting. Don't know if it's the correct thing to do, but certainly looks tempting. That's a weird move to play quickly, especially because it looks bad. Here and here, as opposed to taking, seems like the play. I'm more concerned about just undermining these pawns rather than trying to win a set of doubled isolated pawns. Quite irrelevant. King f6. I'm going to take here. Just stop knight e5. We are threatening rook takes c4 now. Suppose we could have taken that as well, but I kind of like the idea of rook g3 now to undermine the knight. We can also play e5 maybe. Okay, that does not look good. Let's go here so that when we play this, we don't deal with knight e5. So, I mean, he can play here, but I think that's pretty irrelevant. We just play king back. Yeah, no matter where he goes with the knight, we're just playing king e7 and taking. f6 also just wins the game here, so he might play a5 and lose to f6. I can see that happening. Yeah, f6 should just be game over. Knight h7, rook g7. GG. I don't know about this one. E4. Yeah. Looks like we didn't play too badly. Didn't play too badly at all. I played knight g7. I thought knight g7 was pretty decent. Knight takes queen g5, good move. Knight f1. Yeah, once we got him to play knight f1, I was pretty happy. Queen f5 I thought was good. G takes. Wow, I'm not going to lie. This is a pretty good game. I think we had one move in the opening, bishop e4, and the engine has all sorts of stuff against that, but yeah, 95%. That's it's a pretty high level game. Yeah, it really dislikes bishop e4 because of some weird engine line, a3, and just probably e4 here or something. Like just play down a pawn. But obviously, myself and my opponent, we were quite sure that he was going to take. So honestly, that was the only thing I was considering. But apart from that, it looks like pretty much every move here was good. Yeah, bishop e4, he pretty much took right away. That's right. Didn't even consider a3. You're Dominican and this made you sad? Didn't mean to do your boy like that. Oh, a 90-minute game with a minute increment against a 400. That sounds, wow, that sounds super exciting. The only reason that I can't accept that is because the game will not finish before the puzzle championship starts. So unfortunately, guys, well, I mean, you know me, I would obviously accept an intriguing challenge like that, but unfortunately, with the puzzle championship starting soon, there's just no time. Just no time. You know me. I'd be accepting that quick as a flash. Why was it bad for him to take my c pawn? Oh, with the queen.
I mean, he definitely can, but rook c8 means he's going to lose this pawn, and even though he could clean up a bunch of my pawns, the king is going to get much weaker here. You know, position like this is not really something you want. I could bring the rook back and go over here. I could bring this over to c8. Queen's coming. I mean, I'll trade these pawns for those two and a wide open king any day. So white would rather just kind of be more solid, I think. Yeah, you know, you're trying there, little Checky. And at times oh, you almost had me. Thought you were a real pleb, but it's just, there's something about them. They all have individual barcodes. That's how you know they're real plebs. And yours is just, it's not scanning properly. The you're scared, yes. Ixibutsi, thanks for the 58 months. You're free. Oh, yes. For you have sinned. Thank you, buddy. And welcome back. 58 months, nearing 5 years together. You're not wrong, Godfather. He would clean my pawns up on the queen side, but when you're up material like this, you got to think where do rooks thrive? Not really in closed positions, right? Like my rook on d8 is not great. So that's why as soon as the queen moves, I'm playing c5. Like I'm trying to take so that I can go to here and attack a pawn. Like I'm trying to get some open lines for my pieces. But anytime like all three of these pawns disappear, it's going to open up. My rooks will be a little bit better. So just think about the pieces you have, what kind of positions they thrive in. Hashashin, thanks for the 3 months with Prime. This is a very mild chess.com comment, believe me. This is very mild. Some of the stuff I've seen in that chat, oh boy. All right, I told Buddy Pranav, you know, maybe in the next, well, I told him around 11:30, 11:45, we'd be able to get things set up. And we are going to be doing that on our Kick channel. So I think I'm going to head over there to make sure we are ready to receive the presence of Mr. Buddy Pranav. We got some nice rapid games in. Yes, Godfather. This will be a watch party. We're hosting the watch party on Kick. So Grandmaster Buddy Pranav, representing India and representing the Bras, will be competing in the Puzzle Championship. Gonna get his cam, gonna get his screen share, exact same format that you saw a couple days ago if you were here for that, and same format we did last year for this very tournament. And we'll follow along this crazy chess.com format, which I actually think, to their credit, is pretty exciting. I get a lot of smoke on this, definitely. And I don't even turn them off. No, as always, anyone can challenge, yes. Couple rapid wins. Push the habits, subs up a little bit while Java Bandit's absent. You know, we got to do it stealth. So we're heading to Kick. We're going to get Buddy Pranav set up soon. ! Kick. For the next couple hours, we're going to be streaming his puzzle POV. I think it's going to be quite entertaining. So if you want to cheer him on, and also if you don't have an account, make one, follow the channel. I'm going to end the stream here and start up on Kick in about a minute, and then we will get set up for puzzles. That's the move for the afternoon. The event starts, I think, in about 45 minutes, so I just want to be there ahead of time, make sure Buddy is set up properly. Yes, they do a Petkov. Although he has to donate double. 200 subs is 100 off the total. That's right, Mattis. And not me playing. Someone who's actually capable. We will be spectating and observing and cheering. Exclamation mark kick. That's where I'm going. I'll see you there. Go